Hello, hello. Welcome to the 12 Days of Deals from Magnolia Design Co. I'm Cheryl. I create over on the Home Winemaking page, so come over there and check me out. I do a lot of projects using the Magnolia Design Co. stencils and transfers. And today is day number 11 of the 12 Days of Deals from Magnolia. So for the last 10 days, we've had different specials. I hope you caught them. And today is day 11. And day 11 special deal is buy one transfer, get one free. So the transfers are one of my favorites because they have all the detail in a rub-on transfer. So you get the instant gratification of the graphic right away. So today I want to show you a quick project of how to use the transfers. There's very many ways you could use them, and I'm just going to do a really cute project using a frame. So I'm going to use the transfer as the picture in the frame. So I'm going to go ahead and take a frame. I am going to stain this, so I'm just going to take some of the Waverly wax, and I'm going to stain. I have a little bit in this cup. I'm going to stain it. Just going to grab a little paper towel. This is a wood frame, so I'm going to be able to just take my stain and go over it. I love the transfers. We have seasonal transfers. We have, faith-based transfers. All different ones. Don't forget to check out the link to see all the transfers that we have. I love working with them because you get a automatic detail, because the rub-on transfer already has the graphic on it. So I'm just going to go ahead and stain this whole frame. The transfers are so easy to add to different projects, and you'll see how easy this is. I'm just staining a frame and am literally going to use the transfer as the picture in the frame. I'm going to go ahead and take the backing out of here. And I'm going to go ahead and stain. Let me get that little thing out of there. I'm going to stain the whole entire back too. I like to finish off my projects. So any kind of stain will do. And you'll see how quick and easy it is to use transfers. So just rubbing this stain across the frame, getting it all ready to continue my project. I'm just going to go rub right over it again to get all the excess off. Now this is the back, but I do like to finish it off. I'll take my, let's get the excess. Take that little plastic piece out of there, and I'm going to go ahead and stain the inside here. And this is a water-based stain, so it doesn't take that long to dry. What I'm going to do is I'm still going to hit it with a dryer, though. Let me get everything closed up. I'm going to use a wipe to get my hands all clean. Okay, now I think what I'm going to do also is, let me move this. Every time I use stain, I say to myself, I really should use gloves, but I don't. Let me just get this clean. This is that little plastic glass. It's not glass, but it's the glass on the front of the frame. Okay, let me just clean up my surface. I think I want to go ahead too, while I'm at it, and take the back of the stain, or back of the frame, and stain it also, since it's going to be seen from all edges, all areas. If you sat this on a table, I want the back to be finished. So since it's wood, you could paint it or you could stain it, but I'm gonna just stain it for this project. So again, just one quick coat with the stain all over the front and the back of this project. Since that's going to sit in the back, it's just going to look better that it is stained also. I'm going to go ahead and hit it with a dryer. And make sure it's all dry, the front and the back. Again, this is a water-based stain, so it does dry pretty quick. I'm just going ahead and using my dryer so that I can continue with the project. Okay. So let me show you how easy it is to work with the transfers. So remember, today is day 11 of the 12 days of deals. Every day has been a special up until now, and we have one more day left of the 12 days of special. So I'm going to take a little bit of this white, and it is a white chalk paint, just a little bit, because I want to add some detail to this frame to make it pop a little bit, because it looks a little plain right now. And because we're using transfers, which is a really, really, really easy product to use, I want to give some detail to the frame. So I have what I call a chip brush here. It's going to give me a little bit of detail on here, just loading the paint onto that tray so I don't get it a lot in the brush. And I'm just going to go in a different direction on each side just to give it some detail. So see how that changed the look of the frame? Just that little brush, dry brush coating. Again, sometimes when you have really easy projects, you want to have some detail in either the embellishments or the surface. I'm going to do it on the back, and I'm also going to do it on the back of the frame. So offloading it just doesn't give me a lot of paint on the brush. So just a little detail there. You got it in the front. If you want more, go ahead and let it dry and then add another application. So I'm just going to go off the back too with it. Okay, so I'm going to hit my dryer again. Get this dry, the front and the back. So I hope you guys were able to take advantage of the past specials. Since this is day 11, there's been 10 other specials and we have one more to go. So there was 12 days of specials and I hope you were able to take advantage of it. So what I'm going to do is, this was the portion that goes in here, right? I'm going to use that to my advantage. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to use this transfer called Christmas Charm. Look at all the graphics in here. I like this little chunky Santa right here, but I'm going to be using this Santa here for this project. So what we do with the transfers is they come on a solid sheet. Now, some of our transfers you use in its whole entirety as the sheet, but some of them you have to cut out. In this case, I need to cut out this portion. Put that to the side. So there's two types of tools you could actually use. You could use a burnishing tool, or you could use a popsicle stick to adhere this transfer to the surface. So I just want to go ahead and make sure when I apply this that I get it in the right frame. Yep. So what I'm going to do is, the transfer is sticky on one side when you peel it off its backing. So I'm going to peel it off its backing. This is the side that's going to get adhered to your surface. Peel it off and place it where you want it to go. If you don't get it centered right away, just don't press it down yet so that you can move it. But once you're happy with the location of where you're putting your transfer, go ahead and press it onto the surface. And what that's going to do is it's going to stick to the surface, and then you take one of these brayers from Magnolia Design Co. or your popsicle stick, and on a 45-degree angle, go ahead and burnish this down. So what this motion does is it transfers that graphic to the surface. So it's actually going to release itself from this piece of plastic and transfer to the surface. So make sure you go over the whole entire surface with a little bit of pressure, whether you're using the popsicle stick or the brayer, and it'll release to the surface that you're putting it on. The fun thing about transfers is you could actually use them on fabric. You could use them on almost every surface. Wood, ceramic, glass, fabric. And always remember to get the edges. So what I'm going to do is, once I think that I burnished that enough that I transferred my graphic to the surface, I'm going to pick up this piece of plastic. Now, I'm not going to remove it right away. What I'm going to do as I pull it up, I'm going to make sure that the graphic has adhered to here. If I see any portion of the graphic on this piece of plastic, I will put it down and burnish it again. The reason why I'm not pulling it off is I want it to be, if I did get some that was left on here, I want it to be in the same place. So if I pull the plastic off ahead of time, I won't have the right location if I needed to go ahead and put it back down. But as you see, I don't see anything on here, so I could pull it off. So look at that. That is like an instantaneous graphic. So I'm going to take this little frame, came with a little I think I got it dirty, hold on. A little piece of glass to go on top, but it's actually plastic. And it came with this other frame around there that's going to look really good with this graphic. So I'm going to go ahead and pop that back in there. Let me go ahead and get that in there first. Look how simple this is. Creating your own art with your transfers. Okay, this in there. Remember, that was a simple unfinished piece of, look at that. Ah, it fits perfect in there. it looks like a vintage Santa. So the only thing I'm going to do next is I'm going to take some greenery and a flower and go ahead and add some detail to the frame. You can leave it as is. Again, you have a really pretty graphic of this vintage Santa in the frame from the rub-on transfer. But I'm just going to add some detail. So what I'm going to do, I'll take some of my baubles and bits that I have and just see where I want them to place. And then let's see, I'll get a little piece of this. And I think that'll be perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. Now I did use this white greenery so that it pops on the wood. Let's get something to hold that down. So remember, the transfers are BOGO, buy one, get one free. Go ahead and check out the different transfers we have with the link above so that you can see which ones are your favorite. And let's go this way. Let's go that way. So just adding a little bit of detail with this rub-on transfer can create your own DIY decor. It's always fun creating your own holiday decor too, right? So what do you think? A cute little picture frame with a rub-on transfer that gets all the detail for your DIY project. So don't forget, it is day number 11. It's the BOGO for the transfers, buy one, get one free. We have one more day of deals for the 12 days of deals. Magnolia has another special surprise for tomorrow. Let me know what you think of this project. Let me know what you think of this transfer sheet. We still have all these different transfers that we could use in future projects. I love this transfer sheet. It looks very vintage, vintagey, Christmassy. So thank you guys for joining me. I'm Cheryl from the Home I'm Making page. Go ahead and check me out. And don't forget to check out the buy one, get one free transfers.